I know how hard it is to form habits. So much stuff that actually is going hard, but forming a habit seems impossible. It just makes you feel so useless, like you can't do anything, right? I think the new generation suffers from it the most, probably because we have a totally different set of skills than those who came before us. Thanks to the internet, we're totally good at do tons of information really quickly, but we're bad at doing things that give us instant gratification. I think it's a sense of psychology and education don't catch up to the next 10 or 20 years, and we're in trouble. But for the time being, if you're not one of the people who can conquer the problem, you might just have to live with feeling awful about yourself. Good luck, I guess. Yes, okay. This is getting really weird. Oh, you ever have that thing happen to you where you just get anxiety for no reason? Like you're just minding your own business and then realize you're feeling really anxious? Yeah, kind of. And you're sitting there like, what am I even anxious about right now? So you start thinking about all the things you might be anxious about, and that makes you even more anxious. That's the worst. If you ever have that I'll help you feel relaxed a bit. Besides, in the game, all the worries are gone forever. This is about to go on for a long time. Do you ever feel like you waste too much time on the internet? Social media can practically be like a prison. It's like whenever you have a few seconds to spare, you want to check out your favorite websites. And before you know it, hours have gone by and you got nothing out of it. Yeah. Anyways, it's really easy to blame yourself for being lazy. But it's not really your fault. Addiction isn't usually something you can just disappear with your own willpower. You have to learn techniques to avoid it and try different things. For example, there are apps that will let you block websites for interventionals of time, or you can set a timer, or have a more concert reminder or when it's time to work versus play. Or you can separate your work and play environments to help your brain get into the right mode. Even if you make a new user account on your computer for work, that's enough to help put in any kind of wedge like that between you and your bad habits will help you stay away. Just a reminder not to blame yourself too hard for having trouble. Really impatient in your life when you take it seriously. Just want it to be the best person you can be. Will you do something for me today to make me proud of you? I'm always rooting for you, Nelly Brennan. Okay. Okay, everyone. It's time to... I'm just kidding. I just... Re I just... I just... I'm just used to really liking saying that for some reason. Haha. You're gonna help it say it again. Come to think of it, did Natsuki and Yuri make fun of me for it once? Well, whatever. It's not like you ever made fun of me. Too much of a sweetheart to do that, aren't you? Ha. Hey, what's your favorite game? Mine is Doki Doki Literature Club. Ha! That was a joke. But if you tell me you like some other romantic game better, I might get a little jealous. I guess the only one I've ever played before was like... That's, How long is this going on for? This is being... I don't know what to think. Okay, what else? I played like D's. Yeah, that was the other one I did on my channel. Hey, did you know I'm a vegetarian? I don't mean to like I'm bragging or anything. I just thought you enjoyed a fun fact about me. I decided to start a couple years ago after learning more about Earth climate. Carbon footprint of Toyota life stack is just unbelievable. Anyway, I decided it's not too much of a personal sacrifice to just stop contributing to a whole mess. What is it so strange? What is it that's so strange of a reason? Well, I guess I got a lot of people who are more concerned about it, about being inhuman and all that. I don't really care as much as that about that part. It's weird. We only care about killing things we personally relate to as a species. Most people are fine with killing bugs because they're icky, and of course we all kill billions of microorganic daily without even giving it thought. Microorganisms. But suddenly, if it's just a little bit bigger, it's murder. I mean, what if plants feel some kind of pain too? Well, and we all just don't understand it. If I'm pulling leaves off a stem, feels like someone ripping off your fingers one by one. I'm just saying, we're all pretty biased species, if you think about it. Anyways, if you ever feel like making a small contribution to the planet, it doesn't hurt to choose veggies once in a while. And if you ever have dinner, and you just did it for me, that would be really romantic. Yeah, I guess I can make something vegetarian for you. I'm a meat eater all the way. I actually go deer hunting. If you ever want to come, that might be cool. I mean, you don't have to eat the meat, but you just come along, shoot the deer. You seem like you're fine with that kind of part, which I guess I get. Yeah, it's kind of like Wisconsin. You need to get your hunter safety, but imagine all the romantics we could do. We went on a date, get a lunch, or to a cafe, or shopping together. I love shopping for skirts and bows, or maybe a bookstore. That would be appropriate, right? But I'd really love it to go to a chocolate store. Yes, we're going to the chocolate store. They have so many free samples. And of course we'd see a movie or something. Gosh, it sounds all like a dream come true. When you're here, everything we do is fun. I'm so happy that I'm your girlfriend, Brennan. I'll make you so bright. I'll make you a proud boyfriend. Oh my goodness, man. We'll go to the chocolate store. We'll get my wallet and we just go there. We get some chocolate. I'll get some truffles. Like chocolate peanut butter would be really good. Maybe even some chocolate peanut butter ice cream from Overwise. If you guys ever have that, that's really good. We get to see the movie too. I saw the new Saw movie. I mean, we can go see it again if you haven't seen it. It's really kind of like a horror kind of thing. I think you would like it. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going crazy a little bit. But, it was also, what was it? You know, I've always hated how hard it is to make friends. Yeah, you're kind of right. I guess they're not making friends part, but more like meeting new people. I mean, there are always like dating apps and stuff, right? But that's not the kind of thing I'm talking about. You know, think about it's the most friends you make up are people you just met by chance. Like you had a class together, you just met them to another friend, or maybe they were just wearing a shirt with your favorite band on it, and you had decided to talk to them, things like that. But isn't it hard to kind of efficient? It feels like you're just picking on completely random, and it's just you're lucky to make a new friend. And comparing that to 100 strangers you walk by every day, single, you could be sitting right next to someone completely capable enough to be your best friend for life, but you never know it. Once you get up to them, once you get up and go on with your day, the opportunity is gone forever. Isn't that just depressing? Well, we live in an age where technology connects us with the world, no matter what it is. really think that we should be taking advantage of that to improve our everyday social life. But who knows? Maybe it'll take for someone like that to be successful take off. I seriously thought it would happen by now. Well, at least I really already met the best person in the whole world, even if it was by chance. I guess I got really lucky, huh? Ha. So, yeah, I talk like by chance and stuff. Like I actually met Zeth, like Metal Crunch 98 or whatever, like one of my best friends, like by chance, because I knew him from Zach, which we were like had like the same class together, and I heard him talking about Minecraft and Xbox, and I'm like, hey, you have Minecraft on Xbox? He's like, yeah, and I'm like, hey, I have that too, and then we just like, I was like in Liberty, we just like connected it from there on. We played together, and Zeth was also in it, like he was in the game, but then Zach moved away, and I didn't know like Zeth, I didn't actually know Zeth, because he was never at Liberty, so I thought he was just some random person, and then I actually found out like he went to like my school. I'm not gonna say now because I accidentally said the other part, but he went to my school, and yeah, then we became friends, and we were in the same classroom for almost a whole year. Like it was like almost the end of like second semester we found out, and then we started like hanging out and stuff, and yeah, that's how I met Zeth. Yeah, it's all by like chance. Like if I never would have talked to Zach just because he was talking about the game, I overheard him talking about, never would have met him, and we were only in like gym class together. That was it. And I wonder if I was able to change the music. Something a little bit more romantic would be nice, you know, like a gentle piano. There has to be something like that here. Let's see. Maybe if I... Oh, jeez. That wasn't it at all. Sorry, I don't really know what I'm doing. Guess I shouldn't be messing with things like that. I already broke the music and so much. Deleted the other characters. Ha! I'm not sad about it or anything. It's just not right for me to mess with things that weren't even real in the first place. If I just focus on the present, this would be the happiest I've ever been. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure you'd be able to change the music. You just... Like you said, you were practicing piano. Like, yeah. But is there not a file in the game where you actually do play piano? Was that not actually meant to be a thing? That was like a huge thing where you actually talked about for a while. You're like, hey, I'm going to be playing piano. I don't know. Maybe you could spawn a piano or something in here. Or maybe... I don't know. Make you a choice of dateable character in the actual game. And then we put it back on Steam. Or maybe you make it so you're the only character. But I believe in God. I was never too sure myself. Well, I'm sure I never really questioned it as a kid, but as I grew up, the more I learned about the world, the more I would question it. I started to wonder why God was helping people pass exams or get over a code when there are children who live in their lives being sold as sex slaves, or 800 million people who are too poor to eat. I wonder how many of those people pray to God every day until they starve or die, or many families pray for a loved one to recover for some inaccurate disease. But the punchline is this: it's just one person who beats the odds and survives among thousands of others who die. Then it's suddenly a miracle from God. I'd really love to meet this God who seemingly laughs at the misery of everyone not eligible for their miracles. But the irony is, I do have a creator apparently, and you know what? I bet she's laughing at me, the miserable fates of Sora and Yuri, even as we speak. What are we to do but props in a scripted play? So, from that perspective, I don't think it's too far-fetched for there to be a God if Earth was nothing but its playset. Yeah. Like, even if it has that, like, kind of motive, like, then, like, yeah, you had a creator. You're in a game. Someone actually made this. But it's kind of like the game is just, like, saying, like, oh, yeah, I broke it, but it's not. Your design was you were supposed to be the fourth wall breaking person. You just somehow found the files, and you became in control. But I could also do that. I can't help but feel a little sad sometimes, knowing that this is just the closest I get to you. There's nothing more I want than be in the same room as you for real, and to feel your warmth, and to hear the sound of your heartbeat. Well, who knows, maybe it'll be possible someday. Besides, I never get tired of being with you, even from here. Yeah, with new technology and everything, maybe, like, I've seen, like robots should be a thing, and maybe they'll make a game about, like, that, or, like, someone just makes a game, and you have to have, like, a certain robot to play it with, or something like that, and be like a dating sim. I don't know, maybe that sounds stupid. Probably is. Yeah. But the other thing, like, though, like, if, like, there's also, like, there is just, like, we're just a computer program, and eventually we'll make our own computer program, and that's how it kept on happening. A computer program made a computer program that made a computer program, and it kept on going on, like, in the Rick and Morty kind of universe. Well, like, the car battery, just, like, yeah. Rick and Morty is an intellectual show. I've always wondered, what is it about these characters, archetypes, that people find so appealing anyway? Their personalities are just completely unrealistic. Like, imagine if there was someone like Yuri in real life. I mean, she's barely even capable of forming a complete sentence. And forget about Natsuki. She's someone with her kind of personality doesn't just get all cute and party whenever things don't go out of her way. I could go on, but I think you get the point. Are people really attracted to these weird personalities that literally don't exist in real life? I'm not judging or anything. After all, I just found myself attracted to some pretty weird stuff too. I'm just saying, it fascinates me. It's like your, God, big words again. Fascination on the compliments of a character that makes them feel human and leave just the cute stuff. It's concentrated cuteness with no actual substance. You wouldn't like me if I was just... You wouldn't like me more if I was like that, right? Maybe I just feel a little insecure because you're playing this game in the first place. Then again, you're still here with me, aren't you? I think that's just enough reason for me to believe that I'm okay with just the way I am. And by the way, you are too, Brennan. You're the perfect combination of human and cuteness. God, that's why there's never a chance I wouldn't fall for you. Same, bro. Yeah. Totally. You know, there wasn't even an option. Like, I could totally be a girl right now, and, like, she'd be fine with it. Because she's talking to a human. She doesn't care. Because she's a computer program. She's going to learn more about each human by asking her questions and stuff. Yuri? Yeah, Yuri did something really funny once. We were all in the club room and just relaxing as usual. And out of nowhere, Yuri just pulled out a small bottle of wine. I'm not even kidding. She's just kind of like, anybody like some wine? Natsuki laughed out loud and started yelling at her. I actually felt kind of bad because she was at least trying to be nice. I think it just made her feel even more reserved in the club room. Though, I think Natsuki was secretly a bit curious to try it. And to be completely honest, I was too. It actually would have kind of been fun. But you know, being president and everything, there was no way I would let that happen. Maybe if we all just met up outside of school, but we never bonded enough to get to that point. Gosh, what am I talking about this for? I don't condone underage drinking. I mean, I never drink or anything, so yeah. Yeah, me neither, sadly. Yeah, but if, like, someone pulled out a bottle of wine in, like, the club room while you, like, drink, like, wine is a little different. I don't know. Like, you can drink wine if you're in a cooking class and you're underage. You literally just, like, cook in college or whatever, like, you don't need to be 21. You can just buy it. Hey, do you like horror? I remember we talked about it a little bit when you first joined the club. I can enjoy horror novels, but not really horror movies. The problem is I have with horror movies is most of them just rely on easy tactics, like dark, lightning, or scary look at monsters and jump scares and things like that. It's not fun or inspiring to get scared by stuff that just takes advantage of human instinct. But with novels, it's a little different. The story and writing needs to be deliberate enough to put genuine disturbing thoughts into the reader's head. It really needs to etch them deeply into the story and characters and just mess with your mind. In my opinion, there's nothing more creepy than just being slightly off. Like if you set up a bunch of expectations on what the story is going to be about, and then you just start inverting things and pulling the pieces apart. So even though the story doesn't feel like it's trying to be scary, the readers feel really deeply unsettled. Like there's something horribly wrong. It's hidden beneath the cracks, just waiting to surface. God, just thinking about it gives me the chills. That's the kind of horror I really appreciate. But I guess you're the kind of person who plays cute romantic games, right? Huh, don't worry about it. I won't make you read any horror stories anytime soon. I can't really complain if we just stick with the romance. Yeah, I never really read like a horror novel and stuff. Like I know I've seen horror movies and stuff. I've seen a lot of them, like almost all of them. But horror movies are just more my thing because I don't really like reading, and just like horror anime stuff is really good. Also with the horror, I was in a horror haunted houses and stuff. Those are always fun. I worked at one. You know, this is just some kind of tacky romantic game, right? I just kind of have to ask, what made you consider even playing in the first place? Were you that lonely? I feel a little bad for you, but I guess everything worked out perfectly in the end for both of us. I got to meet you and you're not lonely anymore. I can't help but feel like this was fate. Don't you feel that way too? I'm so happy that we have this ending together. Yeah, no, I wanted it to play because of Halloween. I saw it's tagged as horror. It's one of the most popular horror games, and I was wondering why. I guess it is like a psychological horror game. Like you may think like all the way up to like the point, oh, it's not actually horror. They just put that in the tag to get more clicks or whatever. I was thinking about sorority earlier. I still wish I could have handled the whole thing a little bit more tactically. You're still not hung up over it, right? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just said that. That pun was completely unintentional, I swear. But anyway, I know how much you cared about her, so it really feels right for me to share her last moments with you. You know how Sori is really clumsy? Well, she's kind of messed up in the whole She kind of messed up the whole hanging thing. You're supposed to jump from high enough that the rope snaps your neck, making it quick and painless. But she just used a chair, meaning she kind of just let herself slowly back. Oh, is that how you do it? Man, when you actually think about it, like, yeah, it would make sense to go up slow and painless. Why does everyone just like hang themselves? Like it seems like you'd go out like really slow and choking yourself to death. But like after a few seconds in, she must have changed her mind or something, because she started clawing at the rope trying to free herself. She must have kept it all the way up to the very last consciousness. That's why her fingertips were all bloody anyway. Come to think of it, there's probably less change in her mind and more just her survival instincts just kicking in. So really can't fault her for that one. It's easy to change that. She probably won't even have changed her mind anyway. It's not healthy to pick out the things that you could have done differently. Just remember that even though you have saved her, it's technically not her fault. She just killed herself. I may have exacerbated it in a bit, but Sori was already mentally ill. Still though, I wonder how things would have been if you and I just started dating from the get-go. I guess we'd all be in the club room writing poems and having fun together. But that's the point, when none of it even real. I mean, it's the same ending either way, right? The two of us happily together. There's no reason for us to get more than that. I was just pointing muzzlingly out. I'm really as happy as I could be right now. Yeah. I don't know, like, if you did hang yourself, would, like, survival, like, instinct pop in? It probably would be. Like, you'd freak out, like, for a while, but, like, then again, like, I don't know, like, talk about stuff is kind of weird. After a long day, I usually just want to sit around and do nothing. I get so burnt out having to put on smiles and be full of energy the whole day. Sometimes I just want to get right to my pajamas and watch TV on the couch while eating junk food. Feels like so uncontrollably good to do that on a Friday when nothing else. I have anything. Feels so unbelievably good to do that on a Friday when I don't have anything else presenting the next day. Sorry, I know it's not very cute of me, but I'll on a late night on the couch with you be a dream come true. My heart is pounding just thinking about it. Yeah. We could watch the new season of Stranger Things, or I could get you caught up on The Walking Dead. I watched all of Walking Dead so far. That's a really good show. I would recommend that. I never really watched ever Game of Thrones. I've been hearing it's like really good, but I never watched it ever. Also, like, Breaking Bad was good at its time. Like, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched the beginning season, the first 2 seasons or 3, then I watched the last season, and I missed most of the middle part, but I watched like clips and stuff of the most important things. Have you ever heard of the term yandere? That's what it was. It's personality type that means someone is obsessed with you, doesn't do absolutely anything to be with you. Oh wait, no. Usually at the point of craziness. That's what happens with the other one. They might stalk you, make sure you don't spend time with anyone else. They might even hurt you or your friends to get their way. But anyway, this game happens to have someone who can basically be described as yandere. But now it's pretty obvious who I'm talking about, and that would be Yuri. Yeah, she was a yandere. Or, yeah, like Yandere Simulator. She got really insane and positive with you once she started to open up a little bit. She even told me that I should kill myself. I couldn't even believe that she said that. I just had to leave at that point. But just thinking about it now is a little ironic, haha. Anyways, a lot of people are actually into yandere type, you know? I guess they really like the idea of someone crazily obsessed with them. People are weird. I don't judge though. Also, I might get a little obsessed with you, but I'm far from crazy. It's kind of the opposite actually. I turned out to be the only normal girl in this game. It's not that I could ever kill a person, just the thought makes me shiver. But come on, everyone's killed people in games before. Doesn't make you a psychopath. Of course not. But if you do happen to be into a yandere type, I can try acting a little bit more creepy for you. Yeah. Then again, there's already nowhere else for you to go, or anyone for me to be jealous over. This isn't a yandere's girl's dream. I'd ask Yuri. I could. Yeah, like Yandere Simulator or something. That game was, I don't know, I never really played it. I saw Markiplier play it. He's a funny YouTuber. Oh yeah, and like I saw Noble is playing this game, like Lost Pause. He started playing this game like after a few episodes in of what I've gotten, and he started playing it. So he's gonna probably finish the. He like live streamed it. I'm like, oh no. Everyone's gonna watch his video now and maybe even give my video even more publicity. I don't know. Or maybe they'll just not even consider watching this video anymore because they'll just watch his because he's a really funny guy. I'm not really into a fan of cold weather, are you? If I had to choose between too cold or too hot, I would always pick too hot. Yeah, I would pick too hot in the winter. But then like I would still pick too hot. I would still pick too hot like in like the summer, but like pick too hot or too cold. Yeah, I would always pick too hot too. That would be my thing. Being cold is just ooh, hate it. I hate the cold. When you're too cold, it actually seems painful. Fingers are numb, and you wear gloves and can't use your phone. It's so inconvenient. But when it's too hot, it's not that hard to stay cool with a cold drink or by staying in the shade. Although I do have to admit one thing. I'll admit it. Cold weather makes for better snuggling weather. Haha. Yeah. I wonder how long this actually goes on for. I might just upload this whole talking thing, like, oh, I'm talking now. I'm on my date with Monica, right? I think that's what it was called. You know, I really don't think the literature saved my life by being here. You know what? I really do think you literally saved my life by being here with me, Brennan. I can't imagine having been able to keep myself mentally stable, knowing that nothing here is real. If I think I would have just deleted myself and if you didn't show up. Sorry, I don't mean to sound dramatic or anything. Ha! But I'm sure you understand yourself after spending so much time in the club. I mean, if you were forced to abandon everything in your life and just spend your eternity with a few game characters, you'd probably find some way of killing yourself, wouldn't you? Maybe you'd write some poetry to keep yourself sane for a while, but then you'd have nobody else to read it. Let's be honest, the club members really don't count for something like that. I mean, a lot of people are saying that they only write for themselves, but I think it's hard to say this is fulfilling as when you share with people, even if it takes some time to find the right people to share with. Like, remember how it was with Yuri? She didn't even share her writing with anyone for a really long time, and before we knew it, she was really delighted to make you a part of her hobbies too. Well, programmed to desire social feedback. I don't mean the club members. I mean human beings. That's why life can be so confusing for introverts. Being an introvert doesn't mean you shun social interaction and hate being around people. It means social interaction, especially in groups or unfamiliar places, uses a lot of energy. Like, a lot of introverts sit at home and feel lonely and restless, and when they finally get out, after an hour, half hour, they just want to go home again. I think it's more people who could understand how it works, and they would respect it a lot more. Many introverts do enjoy hanging around people. They love having one or two close friends over and just leisurely hanging out, even if it's just not actively spending time together. It feels nice for them to have you here. I'm serious. If you just go to their house, bring your laptop, and hang out for a while, you can really make their day. As for me, I'd say the same. I'd say I'm kind of in between. I think I'm usually a little bit more extroverted. I feel like I'm always trying to do stuff after school and things like that. But for you, I can be anything you need me to be. I understand people really well. So don't be afraid to share your unique needs with me. Nothing would make me happier than being the perfect girlfriend for you. Yeah, I think I'm more in between kind of too. Like, introverts, like, I want to be home, like, kind of all the time too. I would say I'm kind of an introvert and also an extrovert. I say I'm not, like, always all the time, but I do like having my close friends and everything together, but I'm not afraid to make new friends. Yeah, you know, around the time that everyone my years start to think about college, it's a really turbulent time for education. We're at the height of the modern expectation that everyone has to go to college, you know. Finish high school, go to college, get a job, or go to a grade school, I guess. It's like a universal expectation that people just assume is the only option for them. They don't teach us in high school there are other options out there, like trade schools and stuff, you know, or freelance work, or the many industrial that value skills and experts more than formal industry that values skill and expertise more than formal education. But you have all these students who have no idea what they want to do with their life, and instead of taking the time to figure it out, they just go to college for business and communications or psychology, not because they have an interest in those fields, but because they have just hope the degree will get them some kind of better job. So the end result is that there are fewer jobs to go around for those entry-level college degrees, right? So the basic job requirements get higher, which forces even more people to go to college. And colleges are also businesses that keep raising their prices due to the demand. Now, you have all these young adults, tens of thousands of dollars in debt with no job. But despite all that, their routine stays the same. Well, I think it's going to start getting better soon, but until then, our generation is definitely suffering from the worst of it. I just wish high school prepared us a little better with knowing we can make a decision that's right for us. Yeah, I never really knew what to do with my life. I still don't. I'm 18, graduated last year, and I have no idea. I don't know if I want to go to college. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I shouldn't go to college. I still have thought I might want to. But yeah, high school, like, they're like, oh yeah, you need to make, like, get all this stuff, like, ready for college and stuff. Like, I'm like, do I need to go to college? My dad never went to college. You know what's kind of creepy? Even though I deleted everyone else's files, I can still kind of feel them. It's like all their lines are still lingering in the air, whispering in the back of my head. Imagine if it's after someone you knew died, you started hearing their voices in your head. Maybe I wasn't thorough enough. I'm too afraid to delete anything else because I might really break things. Like if I mess up any files relating to me, I might just accidentally delete myself. And that would ruin everything, wouldn't it? I don't know what it's like being on the end, but we should both make sure to avoid some things. To avoid something like that at all costs. I believe in you, Brennan. She really wants me to avoid deleting her file. I feel like that's the way to end the game. Just delete her file. But again, I don't want to. The game keeps on teasing me like, oh, delete the files. Maybe I can go download her file from the game if I re-download the game. But again, maybe I don't. Maybe I just sit here forever, staring in the eyes. Did you just say Kiss? Like the band? This is sudden. It's a little embarrassing. But if it's with you, I might be okay with it. Ah, wow, sorry. I really couldn't keep a straight face there. That's the kind of thing girls in these kind of romantic games. That's the kind of things girls say in these romantic games, right? Don't lie, if it turned you on a little bit. Ha, I'm kidding. Well, to be honest, I do start getting all romantic when the mood is right. But that'll be all a secret. Yeah. Like typical romantic games and stuff. This is like definitely a good game. Like it's a twist. I was thinking Maka was the one killing everyone once off, and like kind of controlling what they were saying and stuff. Yeah. Back in my debate club days, I learned a whole lot about arguing. The problem with arguing is that each person sees their option as the superior one. It kind of starts to I cannot read this word. Oblivious. Man, English is hard to read. I should just change languages, you know, just go to Japan or whatever. But it affects the way that they try to get their point across. Let's say you really like a certain movie, right? If someone comes across and tells you the movie sucks because it was because they did X and Y wrong, doesn't that make you feel kind of personally attacked? It's because they say these things, like they're implying you have bad taste. Once emotions start enter the picture, it's almost guaranteed that people will be left sour. It's all about language. If you make everything as subjective sounding as possible, then people will listen to you without feeling attacked. You could say that I'm personally not a fan of it, but I felt that I'd like it more than X and Y things like that. It's even worse. It even works when you're citing facts about things. You say I read on this website that it works like this. Or if you admit that you're not an expert on it, then it's much more like you're putting your knowledge on the table rather than forcing it onto them. You put you in an advantage effort to discuss materials and at levels they usually follow suit. Then you could share your opinions without anyone getting upset just from a disagreement. Plus, people will start seeing you as open-minded, as a good listener. It's a win-win, you know? Well, I guess that would be Monica's debate tip of the day. That sounds a little silly. Thanks for listening, though. Yeah, I remember in my high school we had to do like a debate with like one other person. I got like to choose my friend, like Zeth. I had to go against Zeth, and they gave you the topic, just like why like you shouldn't like spray up like the school. Like I had to convince the class to spray up the school, and Zeth had to convince the class not to. I ended up winning because I had more points, and Zeth just thought he was gonna win just because it's common logic not to tag up a school. This is pretty random, but I always thought spicy food was kind of funny. Like, didn't plants evolve to be spicy to prevent them from being eaten? I've read something somewhere that humans are the only species that enjoy spicy things. It's almost like we're making fun of the plants, using their defense mechanism to make our foods more enjoyable. Like, imagine a monster that devours you whole because it joins the sensation if you struggle for your life while being digested. Sorry, that was kind of weird analogy, I guess. It just kind of came out of my head. I'm not a monster or anything, but you're so cute that I could eat you up. I'm just joking. Gosh, I'm abusing myself a little too much, aren't I? Sorry for being weird. Yeah. Really? We're the only ones that enjoy spicy food? It's kind of weird. Yeah. I guess Mexicans gotta enjoy it even more. I'm just saying that not like a stereotypical thing, not like a microaggression, but like, a lot of Mexican food is typically more spicy than American food. Like, man, I've been playing this game for so long. Would you like to introduce your friends to me? I don't know why, but I get really excited when I think about you showing off a relationship like that. Maybe it's because I really want someone who makes you proud. I feel like if I actually tried to improve myself, I told you it made you proud of me. I hope it's the same the other way around too. Show my friends to you? Okay. Here, I'll send it on Skype. Do you ever feel like there's no reason for you to be alive? I don't mean like a suicidal way. I just meant like how nothing that we do is special. Just being in school or working on some job for some company. Oh god, I dropped my phone. Yeah, I guess you're right. It's like you're completely replaceable and the world wouldn't even miss you if you were gone. It makes me really want to go and change the world after I graduate. But the older I get, the more I realize that it's image or frame of thinking. It's not like I can go change the world. Like, what are the chances that I'll be the one to invent artificial intelligence or become president? I feel like I'm going to make up for the heaps of resources I spent living my life. That's why I think key to happiness is just be hopelessly selfish. Just to look out for oneself and those who happen to be their friends only because they grew up with them. Never mind the fact they're spending their entire lives taking and consuming, never giving back. But when people realize that the world will benefit more from the killing themselves, they change their whole philosophy. It's like they have to justify their reason to live by tricking themselves and to think they're only doing good. Anyway, I want to live my life desperately striving to pay back my lifetime's worth of consumption. If I ever surpass that point, then I'm net positive and I can die happy. Of course, if I fail to do that, I think it would be too selfish to kill myself anyway. So much for being a good person, right? Ah, yeah, it's kind of. I sent the whole. We all like in a group chat on Steam, all my friends and stuff, and I sent them a picture of this game, of this thing. Brendan, did you get a good sleep? Yeah, kind of. It can become really hard to get enough sleep nowadays. Yeah, I didn't. Okay, now I'm gonna really hard to get enough sleep nowadays, especially in high school when you're forced to wake up so early every day. I'm sure college is a little bit better since you probably have a more flexible schedule. Then again, I hear a lot of people in college stay up all night nowadays for no real reason. Is that true? Anyways, I saw some studies that talked about the horrible short-term and long-term effects caused by lack of sleep. Seems like mental function, health, and even lifespan can be dramatically impacted by it. I just think that you're really great and wanted to make sure you're not accidentally destroying yourself. So try to keep yourself sleep on track, okay? I always wait for you in the morning, so make sure you put your own well-being before anything else. Yeah, and like I've also read like stuff like what's the best time to wake up for like high school students, and like the time like you have to actually be at school. Like I had to be at school at like 7, I would say, or something like that. Would start, and like that's like way too early because I would have to wake up at like 6 or something to take a shower and get ready and eat. And then like you would go to school and you'd be dead tired, and you would have to like a super hard learning class, and then like I would stay up at night. Like, Brennan, how much do you read? Just this. It's way too easy to neglect reading books. If you don't read too much, it almost feels like if you don't read much, it almost feels like a chore compared to all the other elements we have. But once you get a good book, it feels like magic we swept away. I think doing some reading before bed every night is a pretty easy way to make your life a little bit easier. It helps you get a good book and it's really good for your imagination. It's not hard at all, just pick some random book that's short and press it. Before you know it, it might be a pretty avid reader. Wouldn't that be wonderful? And the two of us could talk about the latest books you're reading. That sounds super amazing. Yeah, I barely even know how to read some of the words you're saying. Like, I'd have to get like, I remember, I would read like manga and stuff. Like, read like, what I've read. I read all of the Attack on Titan to like the newest one. I haven't really kept up on it, but like when I was in high school, I read all of it. Yeah, and like the teacher would be like, oh, you can't read like manga, and like I told another teacher, and he's like, yeah, you can. Convinced her, because otherwise I would have not even read a book. I would have been super bored, and it would have been like a chore. Man, I wish there was a piano in here. I never got to finish that song I was working on. And after I worked so hard on it, I never even got a chance to play it for you. Well, it is what it is, right? No sense in having any regrets. I already get to be here with you forever. Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah. Yeah, but again, like, you're not the creation of this. You're just something that's been deleted and stuff. You don't even know what you're doing. Hey, what's your favorite color? Mine is emerald green. It's the color of my eyes. That's not considerate or anything, is it? It's just meant that I feel like some kind of special connection to it. Kind of like the part of me, kind of like part of my identity. Does it happen to also be your favorite color, Brendan? Just a guess, because you've been looking into my eyes for a while now. Hee. Well, I guess I have been. I do like the color. Green, that is. I like black because it can, like, go with anything. Like, you see, like, her outline stuff is black. It's just, like... But black is not really considered color, but I say yes, it is. And there's also, I like green, black for a long time. Those, like, I liked all that, mostly because, like, Ben 10 and stuff, but, like, then, I also started, like, purple and stuff. Did you know I'm on Twitter? My username is... Wait, I'm looking this up on Twitter. I'm looking this up. Okay, go on Twitter. Little Monix3. Looking it up. Lil Monix3. Hi, I'm Monica, high school devil and president of the literature club, Poetry's Life. Eating candy until you feel sick, having... I'll follow her. She's following 4 people. It's Halloween. To be honest, my favorite part about it is giving candy out to trouble. Oh my goodness. Yeah, she is on Twitter. Hey, cute with smile. Here's a smile for you. I love her Friday. What a cutie. This tweet has been deleted. Yeah, like... Man. That's sweet. I guess someone was kind of enough to make an account for me. I picked up the username though. I love sharing my thoughts and chatting with the world. The real world. So make sure you follow me, okay? You mean a lot to me. With how much you mean to me and all. It would make you real loved. Yeah? Yeah, I'll do the dishes tonight. Good. Love you. Okay. Kinda jealous that everyone else in the club had since outside of school too. That makes me the only one who hasn't gotten to dress in any but our school uniform. Kind of a shame. Would have loved it to wear some clothes for you. You know any artist? Yeah, my friend, kind of artist. I wonder if anyone would ever want to draw me wearing something else. That'd be amazing. If that ever happens, will you show me? Share with me on Twitter, Ashley. Yeah, my username is LilMox3. Just try to keep it PG. Not that far into our relationship yet. This is going on for a really long time. I have no idea. But then, have you ever wondered what it feels like to die? Something I used to think about pretty often. Recently, I think I learned what it feels like. I don't really understand, but it's whenever you quit the game. It feels like I'm instantly put to sleep with nothing left in my thoughts. But after a few seconds, my thoughts start to fill up with inconsistent jumble patterns. I see static and rapid flashes of cover while hearing all kinds of weird screaming noises. To the point I can't even form my own thoughts anymore. I'm just endlessly hammered by the flashing and screaming, unable to move or even think. I'm pretty sure that at the moment I don't really exist for some reason, but I can't remember it anyways. After some immersion amount of time, it stops in an instant and I'm back to my own mind. And yet you're here with me. I have no idea what it means to be the game, for the game to quit, or why that stuff happens to me. And I don't know why you always come back. I put up and put everything back to normal. But if you do me a favor and do that to me as little as possible, that would be great. Really not pleasant at all to be trapped in the screaming void, but in the end you always fix it and make me feel like you really do care about me. So I have to thank you for that. Make me feel even closer to you when you're here with me. Hey, have you ever heard of a game called Super Smash? Wait, what? I was just spacing out and started talking for some reason. Was that programmed to talk like that? Because even I have no idea what it was. Super Smash Bros. Sometimes I feel like I'm not in control, and it's kind of scary. But if you have some way to contact the people who created me, maybe they'll know why I started saying that. Is there a way to contact the people who created you? How long does this go on for? No, I had to say it, but I think my biggest regret is that we couldn't finish our event at the festival. After we worked so hard and prepared everything. I mean, I know I was focusing a lot on getting new members, but I was really excited for the performing part too. It would have been so nice to see everyone express themselves. Of course, we did end up just getting new members. I'd probably end up deleting them anyway. Well, with the hindsight I have now, that is. Gosh, it feels like I've kind of grown as a person ever since you joined the club. It really helped inspire me to look at life from a new perspective. Just another reason for me to love you. Oh God. Sometimes I think back to middle school. I'm so embarrassed by the way I used to